What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to the scorecard, the boxing scorecard, where I ask people to bring your scorecard and an explanation, not just simply your opinion. So, yesterday we had a decision that a lot of people are talking about: Teofimo Lopez versus Jamaine Ortiz. I don't know what the exact odds were for it, but Teofimo Lopez was definitely the favorite in this one, but it was a lot harder and a lot more difficult than he expected, and wasn't exactly the fight that people were looking for to see. So the scorecards, the official scorecards were 115, 113. Two judges saw that, and the other judge had it 117 to 111. All three of them scored it for Teofimo Lopez. My the fan scorecard on BoxRec was 116 to 112 for Ortiz, and my scorecard was 116 to 112 for Jamaine Ortiz. Sorry, the fans had it for Ortiz also, and I also had it 116 to 112 for Ortiz, and I'm going to give the exact breakdown of it. Once again, before I even start, for everyone that's complaining that this was that Tio clearly won this round, is clearly won the fight, are people that most likely did not score the fight and are just complaining about somebody running. Somebody running is not the same as someone boxing, displaying boxing skills and still landing punches. Yes, there might not have been a lot of action, but Ortiz was still landing more punches. If we can get those pictures up, please. So we're going to start with the first round first. Well, let's get a quick breakdown of each guy. Jamaine Ortiz coming in with a record of 17. He had 17 wins. He only had 8 knockouts out of his 17 wins. So he wasn't exactly known as a knockout artist. Definitely a slick boxer. He was Lomachenko's sparring partner for many years, and actually did very good when they had their fight against each other. He still lost, but he put up, besides Teofimo Lopez, Ortiz, and obviously Devin Haney. Ortiz put up a very good fight up against Lomachenko in that one. His nickname is the Technician, and that's exactly the way he boxed last night. Technically outboxed Teofimo Lopez. For Lopez's record, before we actually get into the full scorecard, Lopez came in with a record of 20 wins with 13 knockouts. So not exactly a devastating puncher himself, but the knockouts that he does have, they are like highlight reel knockouts. Teofimo Lopez, he kind of reminds me of a Roy Jones Jr. Not the same skill level, but the fighting style, meaning that they rely more on their athleticism as opposed to boxing fundamentals. That was the main thing that was giving Teo trouble last night. That he was trying to rely too much on his athletics and not of smart boxing skills to try to nullify what Ortiz was doing. So the first round actually gave to Teofimo Lopez 10-9. There wasn't much going on, but Teofimo was at least trying to start the action. So yeah, first round Ortiz. The next 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds I gave to Ortiz. And again, all the people that say that Lopez won, please put up your scorecard and explain yourself. The second one, second round, I marked it as a close round, but I thought it was great footwork displayed by Ortiz, and that's what got him, because Lopez was really trying to come after him. He wasn't cutting off the ring, but the pressure that he was coming after him with, it was very strong. But it was Ortiz's great footwork and landing a few punches, not just running. He was showing great footwork, not letting Lopez trap him in the corner. The third round gave to Ortiz. Ortiz picked it up in that third round with his punches. Again, they might not have been power punches, but he definitely picked up the pace in that third round. I thought Ortiz clearly won that third round, not just with his footwork, but with actually landing punches before he went on the move. And that's the thing too. He would move, but he would stop in the center of the ring. It's not like he was going from rope to rope, from rope to rope. That's just straight up running. He would back up to the ropes, make a sharp turn, and get back to the center of the ring. Stay there for a few seconds. Lopez wasn't doing nothing but trying to be athletic, and then Ortiz was like, "All right, well, I'm out of here then." Few jabs, few straight punches, and then he's out of there. Fourth round. My exact notes for the fourth round was great boxing skills displayed by Ortiz, and Teofimo was very frustrated. When you get to the point, I always explain this, when you get to the point where you have to tell the guy, like, go with your gloves like this to come here and ask the person to stand still, what you're basically saying is, it's too hard for me to get to you. Can you please give me a better chance to hit you and win? Like, as if your opponent is going to do that. Like, I never understood that. You're the one that's supposed to cut off the ring and bring the fight to the guy. It's not, the boxing ring is not that big. People ask, when people talk about running, like, think about what you're saying when someone's running. Like, you make it sound like the person actually physically turned around and is running in the other direction. How can someone run when they're facing you the whole time? He was never in a running stance. He was never he was never even too far out of range. He wasn't too far out of range. He was taking one step sideways or one step to the side. Again, he was making sharp turns to get back to the center of the ring, not just going from rope to rope. That's not running. That's boxing. Round five. My notes for round five is Teo is begging Ortiz to give him a chance to win. This is where, like, when you talk about changing up your game plan from plan A to plan B, once Teofimo Lopez's plan A wasn't working, he had no idea how to switch it up. So he would just straight up just start physically backing up. At one point, he just stood in the corner and just, waved for Ortiz to come forward, as if your dumb opponent is going to fall for that. If it's too, like, when it comes to cutting off the ring, shout out to Paul and Malinaj. He mentioned this too. When it comes to cutting off the ring, you actually have to switch up your stance too. You can't just come at someone with your hands down in an athletic way and think you're just gonna impose your athleticness over your opponent. You got to keep your hands up and walk into the fire. Maybe use some fakes to make it look like you're gonna do something to see which direction you're gonna go. If they go to your left, throw a left hook to that side. If they go to your right, throw a right hook, or cut them off and throw a straight cross to let them walk into that. If you're walking into the fire, you got to keep your hands up and change that up. You can't just, come after the person and think they're going to stand there and try to fight you, which is what Teo was trying to do. Round six, I actually gave the sixth round to Teofimo Lopez. Gave round 6 to Teofimo Lopez. No notes for round 6. It was I just barely gave it to him. Round 7. Round 7 is when it finally looked like Teofimo's pressure was starting to get to Ortiz. This was the first round that I thought this was the first clear round for Lopez. Again, anybody who thinks wise, put your scorecard in the chat. I want to know exactly what rounds you gave to Ortiz. For all the people complain that, I want to know the exact rounds that you gave to Lopez. For all the people that are complaining that Ortiz was just running the whole time, definitely want to see the thoughts on that. If we can get those pictures going. You can't really see nothing in that pic. You might as well switch that one. Oh no, yeah, you can put them like that too. Round 8. Round 8, Ortiz went back to boxing, to his boxing skills, and Teo just following him around in a circle. Again, for Teofimo Lopez having this high level of boxing skills, this guy, he beat Lomachenko, he beat up Josh Taylor, so he's a power puncher with boxing skills. But where I guess Teo showed that this is one aspect of his game that he didn't really have, which is cutting off the ring. Like, how at this level of your career, at this height of your career, being considered one of the pound for pound best guys in your division, is it too hard for you to cut off the ring? No, man. No, I don't believe in that running thing. You have to have better footwork than your opponent, not asking your opponent to stand there and fight you. As I got the highlights on in the background here. Round 9. My notes for round 9 was, it is clear that Ortiz is working his game plan, and Lopez's game plan was not working. Right? Again, this picture right here when Lopez is making a miss. You got this one. He made a miss, but I don't think he came back. This is that blood coming from Ortiz's head, I believe, was from a headbutt. I don't know if it was from a punch. It wasn't from a significant hard punch that had Ortiz in trouble or anything like that, from what I recall. So yeah, man, this Lopez made a miss a couple of times, but the opportunities that he did have, he didn't capitalize on it, because again, Ortiz was not moving the whole time. There was plenty of times where he went side to side and stayed in the center of the ring for a couple of seconds. Ortiz tried to stay there. A couple of fakes, wasn't doing nothing. So Ortiz is like, yo, I'm out of here. I'm not going to stand here and, just wait for you to do something to me. So yeah, Ortiz did exactly that. Again, if you disagree, put it in the chat, but give your explanation, not just your opinion. Round 11. Oh yeah, I should also say, sorry, I gave round 10 to Lopez. I did give round 10 to Teofimo Lopez. So I officially gave round 1, 6, 7, and round 10 to Teofimo Lopez. And I'm giving you the exact explanation why, not just my random opinion. Round 11, I marked rounds 9, 10, 11 as close rounds. So round 9 I gave to Ortiz, round 10 I gave to Lopez, round 11 I gave to Ortiz. All of those are marked as close rounds, though. Round 11 we're in right now. I give the advantage. Look at this check hook. This is what I'm talking about right here. So Ortiz, you can't land punches like this. This is the perfect example of the punches that he was landing all night long. That check left hook, Lopez thought that he had him against the ropes. Ortiz stood there for a second, pop, boom, check left hook. And then after this punch right here, see, as a southpaw, he would land this right hook and then make a sharp turn back to the center of the ring. And Ortiz just stand there with his hands up, asking him to stand still for him right here. This is probably the picture right after that. Ortiz with a sharp turn, and then Lopez just standing there waiting, for Ortiz to be a punching bag. And then round 12, yeah, again, this is all you saw. There's no running. I know this is only a still picture, but you can tell in this picture right here, Ortiz is not in a defensive running away position. Lopez is the one standing and staring and waiting for Ortiz to come at him. That was not the case. Again, so that was my breakdown of that scorecard there. Those 12 rounds right there. Only, I'm very curious to hear people's scorecards to see how many people gave Lopez 8 rounds. I would love to know what 8 rounds. Well, again, I gave Lopez 4 rounds, and I had 1, 2. I had 3 other rounds marked as close rounds. All right, so I had 3 other rounds marked as close rounds. So if those 3 other rounds that I marked as close rounds, 1, 2 of them I gave to Ortiz. So even with that, so if you change those, then my scorecard would have been 114 to 114, a draw, right? So at best, I would give a draw to this for the people that are complaining that it was a wide, that it was clear for Lopez. I keep talking like people talk it was a robbery. It wasn't a robbery. It was, well, actually, I think the word robbery gets thrown around a little bit too much. Maybe Ortiz could have done more to make it clear to the judges. I thought it was pretty clear by, because like I said, for me personally, I go when it's a close fight, close rounds, I give it to the boxer. I give the advantage to the boxer, not just to the aggressor. I give it to the boxer. And in this case, I thought Ortiz did enough. So with that being said, when people talk about you have to take it from the champion to take the belts, I thought he did. I thought he boxed out of the champ. I thought he boxed the belts out of the champion. He didn't run or you can't. No, I just that is not a case there where he was avoiding exchanges. The only round, and I put it in my notes, was round 7. Round 6 and 7, I guess, were the only 2 rounds. Round 7 was more clear, where I thought Teofimo Lopez's pressure was really getting to Ortiz, and that's what was throwing him off. So, yeah. So there you have it. That is my breakdown. Back to the scorecard. Hopefully, get this done every week. Usually, I do it in the gym, but a couple of the boxes came in, so there's a lot of noise going on. So I'm back in the office right now, but I'll be back hopefully every week doing this, only on the Talk and Fight YouTube channel. Not just YouTube channel, but any types of social media, Instagram, Twitter. You can find Fight and Talk too. Talk and Fight, I mean. Yes, sir. The scorecard every week. Try to give my educational breakdown. Shout out to Team Canada. Just got back from Germany with the amateur team. Had a great training camp with Team Germany, Czech Republic, and Brazil and Belgium. And now they're off to Italy for the official Olympic qualifier. So we'll keep you guys up to date on that in the next couple of weeks. All right, man. Talk and Fight. Cedric Sports. Catch me on any social media at Cedric Sports. Make sure you, if you haven't done it yet, press the like button. It helps with the visibility of the show. And, of course, make sure you subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. Peace.